Does Too Short have a fetish?
Do I have fetishes? Of course I have fetishes. Like I have like weird shit that's like fly as fuck to me, but it ain't weird in the sense of doing weird things. It's just like, you know, I've lived in different places and I've seen different styles, and you know, it's kind of seasonal with me.
Okay.
What the thing that is specific, it's seasonal. It changes. It goes from types of women to styles of what we get into to what we like doing, when we're not doing it. Like all that shit is like a.
What's this season's fetish?
What is this season? I choose not to say on camera because I'm like right now I'm not even doing the whole thing right now.
I feel you.
Right now I'm kind of like I'm
focused.
Swear to God, I'm not even lying. Right now, I am totally 100% focused on business.
Okay.
And the reason why is because the quarantine kicked in and it gave me a lot of time to focus on new ventures and new time to follow through. And then the quarantine lifted and it's like it's still pandemic, but not quarantine. And it's kind of like a cool little environment to kind of not be too wrapped up in outside influences. Like you kind of still like 6 feet, you know what I mean? A little bit, you know?
Right.
So it meant even if you're not 6 feet and touching, you're still kind of 6 feet mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gave each other a little bit of space to like, I got excuses now to tell you not to walk up on me. You know what I mean? Like, bro, get out of my air, bro. Like, you know, that type of shit. So
right.
I'm kind of like hella focused on this business shit and some other shit. So I ain't really doing I'm not really doing Too Short 10, 15, 20 years ago right now. I'm not really doing that right now.
What businesses?
But I am in season right now. I'm just not gonna say it on camera.
What business?
Well, it's a handful of things. You know, I think that on a platform like this will be the perfect place to brag about business ventures. But this part of the gist of what I want to do today is not fucking get into the, you see this, you see that. I'm really just showing you where hip hop gets you to. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you though. I respect that. I have a handful of business ventures that are lucrative, have been lucrative. I choose not to, you know, certain things I like try to push along the way, maybe like a little social media post or something, but I choose not to go that route of letting everybody know what I'm doing. I've just been that way my whole life. Shit's going on, shit is cool, nigga ain't falling off, but at the same time, I don't ever, not even when I was little, you see me pull up in a nice car, you see me with a bad bitch, you see me at the exclusive joint, but I'm not bragging on shit and I'm not really feeling that way like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah. You know, that's just not me. Like I work to do the things I do. I worked hard to get what I got. So I just enjoy it. It's a personal thing. Like I don't need you to know every time I painted the car or flipped the car or the pinky ring changed or got a new set of jewels. I just don't like whatever.
For sure.
I don't even give a fuck about none of this shit. Like I really don't.
Speaking on the music tip, I think everyone I talk to that has been in the studio with you is like, bro, Too Short knocked that verse out in like however quick, like you just freestyle. Like it's so easy for you to knock out a verse and it be fire. Like
I wouldn't say it's easy for me to knock out a verse. I would say it's easy for me to be too short.
Okay.
And I have a lot of resources when it comes to writing a Too Short song. A lot of memories, a lot of information, a lot of Oakland, Bay Area. Like this, it's like a built-in internet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a built-in website of all the info I need, and I just kind of like go through it and find the right shit. I could just write a song. It's in one word, it's called game.
Right.
And I listen to rappers and I listen to singers and I watch movies and some people have game. You could tell. Like, you could tell just in a song, like, oh yeah, bro, I got game. And you could just listen to somebody who's very intelligent, very talented, and be like, oh, that's a dope song, but you ain't got no game. Like, you just know what game is. You recognize it.
Right.
Game, recognize game is a real statement.
For
like,
sure.
Oh, I see you got it. Okay.
For
Because
sure.
most people don't have it.
Right.
And when I say game is a specific kind of knowledge. It's a knowledge that gets you mutual respect everywhere you go.
Right.
And it allows you to handle yourself a certain way. It's sort of like James Bond or some shit. You know what I mean? Like you always say the right things and do the right things. And when you don't, you correct that shit immediately. You check that shit immediately. Like, man, I was game goofy just now. You check that shit and you never do that again. Because you remember the scenarios. Life is a bunch of scenarios. People are a bunch of characters. There's only so many characters and only so many scenarios. When you memorize them all, you game the fuck up.
Damn.
Period.
Speaking of you being one of the most influential rappers from the Bay, you mentioned Mack Dre earlier. What was your guys' relationship? Because, you know, I grew up to the hypey movement.
I am not one of the most influential rappers from the Bay.
You are the...
I am the most influential rapper from the Bay. Basically because I'm the first, and not only am I the first, but I'm the fucking one who's done it the longest.
Okay.
And I have the most accolades. You know what I'm saying? That is a combination. I don't call it the GOAT, not the fucking GOAT. It's just a fucking fact.
Okay.
Not the best rapper. It's just a fucking fact. So what was the question?
Oh, well, I was just gonna... Well, touching on that, I'll ask about Mack Dre later. You released 6 or 7 platinum albums in a row. Life is Too Short is double platinum. Born to Mack is certified gold, but it sound scanned 900,000 copies.
Which is damn near platinum.
Right. And you also have 3 gold albums.
I like to... I've never really spoken on this because everybody's doing all these numbers now, trying to like pop their collar. But I'm technically at 6 platinum albums.
Okay.
On the books.
Right.
But this Born to Mack is up for inspection right now because I remember when it was at 800,000 sound scans. It was gold right out the gate. But then I also remember when it's like, oh, it passed 900. And then everything changed to like downloads and streaming. And I haven't really like doubled back. Ain't no more Jive Records. So nobody's really counting. And I don't know who might be counting. But I'm like, I just told my people recently, I'm like, let's go investigate on this because I need that 7 platinum.
Facts.
Because I was checking the clubs. I call the platinum, it's platinum clubs. So you got people with a platinum album, you in the platinum club. You got people who made 2, you in the 2 club.
Right.
And so forth. There's a lot of artists that had 3 platinum albums in their career. You in the 3 club. I'm in the 6 club, but I feel like I should be in the 7 club. Every time you go up to a next level, the numbers dwindle. And it goes from the 6 club, it's a lot of us. Go look it up.
Right.
7 club, it's a few.
Right.
We know and love all these artists. I'm talking hip hop.
Yeah.
Then when you get in the 8 on up, it gets to be like just a few.
Yeah.
You're getting down to just Drake and Wayne and
Eminem,
Jay-Z and M
Snoop.
and Cube and Snoop. Like it gets
Tupac.
really small. Pac, yeah. So I need just to, I don't think I'm gonna get to the 8 club because
Why not?
I did what I did.
Okay. All right.
But I think they owe me that 7. So I'm trying to get to the 7. And that's like Beastie Boys and shit. And I'm telling you, when you count these platinums, it's a technicality in there that you gotta fucking pay attention to. Some of us, not me, some of us who have multiple platinums, one of those is a greatest hits because you're so popular when they put the greatest hits together, even that goes platinum. That shit don't count. And all your platinums, the greatest hits don't count.
Really?
It don't count.
Okay.
It don't count. And then, you know, with me, all my shit's a solo.
Right.
So if you a solo rapper who used to be in a group and, you know what I'm saying, that's technicalities that I'm like, I ain't up against.
Okay.
My shit's a solo. So
Right.
And then my best stat of all in the platinum category is every single artist that had all these multiple platinums had an audience of the East Coast, the West Coast, down South, and the Midwest. They had a full USA audience. I have never got East Coast support. Cut that off. Cut that whole 1/3 off, which I don't know what the numbers are, that 1/4. Cut that off. I took the rest of the country, the South, the Midwest, and the West, and I did everything that they did without a whole fucking region. So I feel like, man, you can't really fuck with the Too Short shit, because my shit, I didn't have a lot of radio hits. I never had fucking, I never had like publicists trying to get me on the cover of magazines.
Right.
You know, the label had people that, Jive had people that was working your shit, but I just let the label do what they do. And platinum, like 1 single, 2 singles, video, not even, I mean, never even like, oh, Too Short's hot, oh, Too Short, like never. I even had the critics shitting on me the whole time. Like, he's not really a good rapper. It's pretty basic beats. What? Like I loved it.
Right.
I love being the under. You know, my favorite thing in the world is when they get on a fucking show with me. It's 5, 6, 7 groups on the same show.
Right.
And they're like, I look at the schedule. I'm like third to the last. There's 2, 3 more groups going on after me or something. And I'm looking at who they are. And I'm like, y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all gonna be mad at me.
Right.
Because I'm pissed that I've sold so many records and I know what my status is with the fans, but then they got these people that aren't as decorated generals as me. And they like got the popularity. They got, you know,
Yeah.
I'm talking over the years. I'm not talking right now.
For sure.
I'm talking over the years.
Yeah.
I've been on a lot of concerts with a lot of groups. And artists backstage be fighting about that, what order you go on. They be like, man, I'm
For
bigger than
sure.
so-and-so. They ain't going on before them. Not me. I'm like, y'all got me on, that's where y'all want me at?
Yeah.
Watch what I do.
Right.
And I fucking go out there and I make life miserable for anybody coming on after me. Like I'm mad that you got me anywhere other than headlining or next to the headliner.
Right.
If you put me third, I'm like, what? I do a lot of shows where they put me down in that. I'm like, I'm about to bust y'all ass. Like, period. Like,
Right.
Everybody's gonna leave here and say Too Short was the best one all night. And then people gonna hear that. The people that came a little late gonna hear that and be like, I miss fucking Too Short.
Yeah.
Like, and that to the promoter, that keeps me hot too.
Right.
That keeps me hot.